Hello, I am Lauren Fitzgerald. I teach 7th grade social studies here at KAMS. I'm so excited about this opportunity to combine the resources from the mini grant with the classroom instruction. We're using the Summit Learning Platform, and for most of the projects, they're all digital, and for the most part, they're writing. So so far this year, my students have not gotten to experience any hands-on learning. Last year, I was able to do their very last project, their Maymester, um, with them bringing in foods they created at home to give us clues as to where they were. The theme last year was Where in the World was Carmen Sandiego? And so it was their job to create a almost like a scavenger hunt for us to figure out where she was at that moment. So they brought, like, I had students who made a step pyramid for the Mesoamerican culture. I had students who brought in samosas for the East African culture, and those were things they had to do using their own funds. But I am coming now to advocate for my students for them to be able to experience these things without having to come out of pocket. When I was growing up in social studies and history, the reason I loved it so much was because we did things like create wigwams out of cake. I remember I stayed up all night with my mom creating, this uh, pound cake, yellow cake, wigwam, and I put the chocolate icing on it, and I made sure outside I did my green icing for grass, and I had the gummy worms to represent I think it was like their logs that they sat around and ate on. But these students are not able to have those experiences as of now in the 7th grade. The Summit platform has 3 projects specifically that I would love to have funding for that are coming up in the near future. We have the Mali and Cultural Exchange Project. We have the Silk Road and Globalization Project, and then we have the Feudal Honor Codes and Values Project. And for each of those projects, they have a component that is like it's kind of simulation based, but I would love to bring that to life for my students. For the Mali and Globalization Project, they will be creating a menu suggestion for the cafeteria, and they're supposed to choose one culture that they would bring in recipes for or suggest to the cafeteria. And I would love to be able to purchase food items, of course nothing that would need to be cooked, to allow them to create those dishes and enjoy them with their classmates. So for instance, we could do vegetables, have them bring vegetables in and create a cold salad, maybe a tabbouleh or maybe salsa, and enjoy that with their class. Also, it would be a way for them to learn beyond the classroom, just going and capturing kinesthetic learning, the the multiple intelligences of Gardner's, look at all of the different ways that students learn visually, through sound, through touch or kinesthetics. So I just want to capture that for my students, and some of them learn through building and creating. Also, we have the Silk Road and Globalization project, where they will be simulating being traders from different cultures and communities. So they will be East African traders, Chinese traders, Roman traders, Indian traders, um, Arabian merchants, and even Marco Polo himself. And I would love to have the funds to be able to purchase costuming for them to put on, to put on a reenactment for their classmates, as well as finally the Feudal Codes and Honor Systems project that they'll be using to study China and Japan. I would love for them to have the opportunity to do their PSAs on consumer activism with basically an ability for them to create their own business. Finally, I just want to go ahead and put the requests out there. I'm requesting $4,000 for this project to be a success. I will be needing help. I'm going to be enlisting my husband and mother-in-law and possibly some other people to bring these projects to a fruition and success. Um, I know there's going to be a lot of planning and preparation that will go into it, but I believe these children deserve to experience social studies in a way that they will remember and enjoy, and they'll create things they'll sit up when they're 30 years old and 40 years old and remember the year that they had at Knowledge Academies using the Summit Learning Platform. So just with that, I just want to say thank you.